A significant issue affecting my community is poor environmental behavior due to lack of knowledge on environmental issues. It is a well-known fact that the youth, especially in Africa, are heavily impacted by climate crisis. Yet, their voices are often ignored in discussions about climate change, adaptation, and mitigation. This is a major problem because the future belongs to them and they need to be part of this solution. Unfortunately, our current education systems in Kenya does not equip young people with the right knowledge about climate change. Many students are unaware of the real issues and the potential impacts of climate change because these topics are not adequately covered in their curriculum. This lack of education leads to a don't care attitude towards climate action among the youth. To tackle this long-term problem, my innovative idea is to introduce climate education in primary and secondary schools. By educating young people from a young age, we can help them understand the real issues we face and how they can contribute to climate advocacy, mitigation, and adaptation efforts. My initiatives involve developing an informative and locally contextualized resource pack. This pack includes practical and engaging activities that are relevant to Kenya and Africa. These activities are playful, practical, and problem-solving, designed to instill critical thinking and responsiveness in the face of climate disruptions. By educating students about climate change and environmental challenges, we can raise a generation that is environmentally responsible and ready to tackle climate creative action. This approach will bridge the knowledge gap that exists and create a community workforce that is proactive in addressing climate issues. In designing my climate action education prototype for primary and secondary schools, I first put my idea into a concept note. This concept paper highlighted the problem I had identified as well as the approach to addressing it. With all the activities and topics I had in mind, relevant for teaching primary and secondary school children about climate change. I also identified my target schools for the pilot phase, 2 primary schools and 2 secondary schools. With the concept ready, I approached the administration of my target schools. I presented my idea to the teachers in charge and their response was incredibly positive. The school administration was excited about the opportunity to provide this education to their students, and the teachers were also eager to learn and participate. In each school, 3 teachers reviewed the activities I had planned. Their feedback was invaluable. They helped me adjust some of the activities and suggested new ones that I had not considered prior. One major change was separating the activities and topics for primary and secondary schools. Originally, they were all the same, but we realized that some topics and activities would be too intense for primary school students due to their developmental stage. With this feedback, I created 2 separate resource packs, one for primary schools and one for secondary schools. Collaborating with the teachers, we developed a work plan to guide the implementation of the idea. We then started the climate education session. The first 2 sessions in each school were purely theoretical, laying the foundation. The subsequent sessions blended theory and practical activities to engage students more deeply, fostering critical thinking and problem-solving skills. In primary schools, I taught grade 5 students, and in secondary schools, I taught Form 2 students. From the knowledge gained, each group identified an environmental problem within their community and developed practical solutions. Guided by their teachers, these and more activities will continue as a co-curricular activity in the schools even after my exit, helping to sustain interest and knowledge in climate action. Through climate education sessions in schools, we saw significant gains in knowledge and interest in climate action among both students and teachers. To measure this, I conducted pre- and post-sessions evaluations using questionnaires. In both primary and secondary schools, students scored much higher in post-test compared to the pre-test, showing a clear increase in understanding. Interest in the topic also grew. In the second and subsequent sessions, we had students from other classes who were not initially part of the pilot asking to join us. This showed that participating students were sharing their excitement and knowledge with their peers, sparking broader interest. The effect was especially strong in secondary schools. Secondary school students were very innovative in identifying environmental challenges in their communities and coming up with their solutions. Their higher level of understanding helped them grasp the concept better and apply critical thinking to real-world problems. We also saw significant behavioral changes, particularly in waste management, ecosystem conservation, and water use among the students. Teachers were very supportive throughout the process. Their involvement was crucial during the sessions and will continue to be vital as they support the students after my exit. Ensuring teachers are well trained on these topics will help sustain this initiative as a co-curricular activity in schools. These findings show that climate education in schools had a significant impact in promoting behavioral change and advocacy for climate action. Secondary school students aged approximately between 12 and 16 years are especially effective in understanding and promoting this concept because they are curious and able to grasp complex issues. Based on these insights, I plan to focus on secondary level students for the highest impact. By training teachers thoroughly, they can confidently support and sustain these initiatives. Overall, climate education at the secondary level is crucial for growing a generation that is environmentally responsible, aware of climate challenges, and equipped to advocate for and implement solutions.